Hi guys, welcome to today's Strong and Sweaty Power Flow. This will be a playful and dynamic practice where we move continuously with breath, focusing on building strength and tone throughout our whole body. If you are interested in finding the full-length practice, that will be live inside my membership site, Tana Studio, on Thursday, so in a couple of days. So members, stay tuned for that. And if you are interested in joining and deepening your practice with me, you're welcome to check it out. There is a 3-day free trial. All right, without further ado, let's get moving. When you're ready to begin, let's find a forward fold at the front of our space. So you can come into a ragdoll shape, taking a loose bend into your knees and grabbing onto your opposite elbows here. Closing down the eyes, spread into all of your toes and firmly press the feet into the floor. And then loosely sway from left to right, taking a moment to ground, to settle. Relax into your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, your face. And then land here with a nice full breath in through the nose. Opening and letting it out through the mouth. Let it go. And with that out breath, you can release your elbows and interlace your hands here at the bottom. Begin to circle the wrists out in one direction, making sure that our wrists are nice and warm and prepped for our practice. Change directions of the circles. And then release the interlace of your hands. Drop the left hand down to the ground and reach the right arm into the sky, working towards a straight right leg as your left knee stays bent. Start to feel into that opening through your hamstring line. Breathing in. And then as you breathe out, right hand meets the ground, taking it to the other side. Left arm stretches into the sky. Left knee is straight or straight-ish. If this feels too strong, just keep both knees slightly bent. Let's lower both hands down to the ground now and keep your knees bent as you slowly make your way up to standing. Take your time. High mountain pose, we rise. Feel the energy travel up the arms, the spine, the fingers. And then exhale, guide your hands into your chest space. Inhale, we rise again. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, fold forwards, wash your chest over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. As you breathe out, downward facing dog, step both feet back, pushing away from the floor through your hands. Let's begin to pedal it out, bending into one leg at a time here. On your next round of breath, start to lift your heels off the floor and sink your knees down to the ground. Come into a cow pose, guide your heart forwards as you lift your tailbone into the sky. And then on the out breath, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. A couple rounds like that. Inhale, lift the heels, knees lower down, cow, opening up the chest. Exhale, downward facing, push the hips back. And again, inhale to lift the heels, sink the knees down. Breathe into the chest and shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog, pushing it back. One more round, drop the knees. Inhale, open up the heart, arch the spine. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Now lift the heels off the floor, roll forwards to a plank, hugging the belly to the spine. Try to find control within the movement now. Bend your elbows slowly and then hover halfway. Don't let your torso come past your elbows. Straighten out the elbows, come into an upward facing dog. Pull the shoulders down and back, and then bend your knees and slowly roll the hips back, downward facing dog. And again, inhale to roll the weight forwards, finding control. If you need to lower the knees first, do so, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, open up the chest. Downward facing dog, roll the hips back. Last time, inhale, roll forwards like a wave is moving through your spine. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, peel the shoulders back. Downward facing, the hips pull back. Send your right toes back, find your three-legged dog, and then bend generously into your knee, drawing your heel towards your bum, breathing in. As you breathe out, find a lizard lunge, stepping lightly outside of your right hand. Start to shift forwards and backwards here. So using the ball of your left foot to find this movement. Easing into the inner thigh. And then with your out breath, you're going to push away from the ground and step your right foot over to the left side and reach your left arm into the sky. And then as you do this, try to spiral your chest, really open up the heart space towards the ceiling, coming into this side plank variation. Hold, keep reaching into the left arm. Nice and slowly, left hand meets the ground. You're going to squeeze your right knee towards your chest. Drop the right knee to the floor, tuck the right toes, and lift your left leg off the floor. Point into the back toes. Finding chaturanga arms now, nice and slowly. Bend your elbows and lower down. Keep the back leg active. And then straighten out your elbows as we come back up. Nice, we're gonna go for 2 more. Bend the elbows, lower it down. And then push it back up. Last round, you got this. Slow down if you need to. Bend the elbows, hold. And push it back up. Beautiful, drop your left toes to the ground behind you and hug the right knee into the chest space. Step both feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg stretches into the sky, 3-legged, bending into your knee, breathing in. And then as you breathe out, find your lizard lunge on the left side, stepping outside of your left hand, shifting forwards and backwards. And then try to pull the hips down as much as you can here. Pushing away from the floor, glide your left foot over towards the right side and reach the right arm into the sky. Really getting into the chest and shoulders, lift the chest towards the ceiling as you push away from the ground. Hold and play. Okay, nice and slow, your right hand meets the ground. Hug the left knee towards the chest space and drop the left knee down to the ground. Tucking your left toes, lift your right leg off the floor, point into the back toes. Chaturanga arms, bend the elbows and dip down. Hold, squeeze the elbows in. And then nice and slowly, you're gonna push back up. Nice, 2 more times, bend the elbows, lower it down. And pushing it back up. Beautiful, last time, bend the elbows. And push it back up. Drop your right toes to the floor behind you, squeeze your left knee towards your chest, and step both feet back, downward facing dog. Landing here with a nice grounded breath. Inhale, send the right toes behind you, 3-legged dog. Hug the knee to the right elbow, lean forwards and hold. And then pull the knee to the left elbow opposite side. 3-legged dog, reach the toes back. High lunge now, step in between your hands and reach the arms into the sky. Hugging the belly to the spine. Begin to straighten both legs, firm into the bum. And then exhale to lower. And again, inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. One more time, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Shifting forwards, warrior 3, we take flight. Point into the back toes and hold. Okay, now taking it really slow, see if you can keep your left leg straight as you pull this left leg all the way forwards. In a one-legged mountain situation, stretching your fingers up and kicking into this left heel. Your quads will be firing up a lot. See if you can keep reaching into the foot, hold. Nice work, guys. Nice and slowly stretch the leg behind you, come back into a warrior 3. Breathe in. Drop the left toes to the floor behind you. Inhale, high lunge. Sink your left knee to the ground. And come into a nice twist. Reach the right arm behind you, left hand in front of you. Tucking your left toes under, lift your left knee off the floor. Warrior 2 to the side of your space. Keep reaching into your arms. And then reverse your warrior, breathe in, finding space. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse your warrior again. And then as you breathe out, come into rainbow warrior, generous bend into your left leg as you straighten your right leg. Inhale, glide forwards, reverse again, reach into the right fingers. One more time, take it back, nice and low into the hips. Inhale to reverse, glide forwards, Find that opening through your side. On the out breath, come into half moon, shifting onto the right foot. Kick back into your left leg. Hold and keep reaching into your heel here at the back. Nice and slow and controlled if you can. We'll come into a twisted moon, left fingers to the floor, stretching the right fingers up. Now you're welcome to hover the left fingers off the earth if you can. Otherwise, keep your left fingers grounded. Hold and find a sense of focus. Okay, nice guys. Tricky transition. Slowly, you're gonna drop the left toes to the floor behind you. Coming back into that twisted lunge position, sinking the left knee to the ground. Find length through the arms. Breathe in. And then tip back. Right hand meets the back thigh. Reach into the left fingertips. Cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Find a three-legged dog as you kick your right leg into the sky. Begin to walk your hands towards your left foot at the back of your space. Okay, you're gonna meet in a standing split shape here. So your right leg is reaching into the sky. And then if it's available to you, you can grab one or two hands onto the left ankle bone, playing with a little bit of balance. Don't worry about how high your right leg is. Let's just see if we can find a moment of balance. And then nice and slowly let go of your ankle bones, walk your way forwards back into a three-legged dog. Push into the hands, reach your right toes back, inhale. Exhale, lift your left heel off the floor and roll the weight forwards into a three-legged plank. Option to find a three-legged chaturanga. Let's slow this down. Slow strength, upward facing dog. Nice guys, downward facing, roll the hips back. Beautiful. Stretch your left toes into the sky, find a three-legged dog. Hug the knee to the left elbow, lean the weight forwards and hold. Knee to right elbow, opposite side. Three-legged dog, take the toes back. High lunge, take it forwards. As you land in between your hands, stretch into the fingers. All right, let's begin to straighten both legs, firm into the bum and lift. And then exhale to lower. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we lower down. One more time, inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Warrior three, take flight, shift forwards. Try to lift that back leg a lot, using your glute strength and your hamstring strength to find that lift. All right, if you can keep this right leg straight, do so as you pivot all the way through, kicking your right leg out in front of you. Keep reaching into that foot and stretch the arms into the sky. Hold. You can do it. Stay with it if you can. Invite the wobble, that's okay. All right, taking it slow, come back into your warrior three. Reaching back through your toes. Lightly land those toes to the ground behind you. Inhale, high lunge. Sink the right knee to the floor and take a twist to the left. Left fingers behind you, right fingers in front of you. Breathe. Now, lift your right knee off the floor. Warrior two, reach into the arms and get nice and low into your left knee. Reverse on the inhale. On the out breath, side angle pose. Reach into that right arm. Reverse again, inhale. Okay, this time, come into your rainbow warrior, nice and low into the right knee, sweep the hands behind you. And then glide the body forwards just like a dance. Reverse, inhale, stretch into the fingers. Exhale, take it back. Rainbow. Inhale, glide forwards. For the last time, reverse, open it up. Okay, let's go for our half moon. When you are ready, shift onto the left leg. Find your point of focus, your drishti, and keep kicking back into that right heel. Okay, taking it slow, reverse your moon. Right fingers to the floor or hovering left arm stretches into the sky. Working on shoulder mobility, active strength, core strength, and of course leg strength. One more breath. All right, nice and slowly, you're gonna drop those right toes to the floor behind you. Sink the right knee down to the floor and come into your twisted lunge. Your right knee's on the floor, stretch those left fingers behind you, and then tip back as you reach the right arm into the sky. Taking a breath. Cartwheel your hands down towards the floor, and then send your left toes back, find a three-legged dog. Beginning to walk your hands towards the right foot, come into a standing split at the back of your space. Take however many breaths you need to get here, no rush. All right, and then once you're here, you might play with one or two hands to ankle. Again, if you fall, just find your sense of humor, don't worry about it. Finding a little bit of play here. Okay, we are going to awkwardly walk ourselves back into a three-legged dog. Hands walk forwards, reaching back into your left toes. Inhale. Exhale, roll the weight forwards into your three-legged plank. Feel that quad strength, bend the elbows, three-legged chaturanga if you're going there with me. Upward facing dog, elbows straight, lift the chest. And then exhale, pull the hips back in space. Downward facing dog. Landing with a full breath. Inhale, stretch the right toes behind you, three-legged dog. Hug the knee to the right elbow, lean the weight forwards and hold. Take the knee to the left elbow, opposite side. And then find a three-legged dog, stretch the toes back. Okay, listen carefully on the out breath, squeeze the knee into the chest. Hold for a moment, lean the weight forwards, shoulders over wrists. Drop the right knee to the floor, tuck the right toes. We lift the left leg off the floor. Chaturanga, arms bend the elbows. And then push it back up. Two more, bend the elbows. Find control within the movement. Push it back up. Nice, last round, bend the elbows. Push it back up, straightening it out. Drop your left foot down to the floor. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest space, hold. All right, now listen carefully. Sink the right knee back down to the floor, tuck the right toes under towards the right side, and then drop your left hand to your left hip. Lift your left leg off the floor. Keep the left leg engaged, and then we're gonna pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, guys. Lightly drop the left foot to the floor behind you and pick your right knee off the floor. Left hand meets the ground, three-legged dog, reach the right leg back. Lift your gaze, look forward, three-legged plank, to chaturanga, to upward facing dog. Beautiful work, downward facing dog, take it back. Left toes reach back, three-legged, last little bit of fire. With a flow, pull the knee to the left elbow, hold. Other side, right elbow. Three-legged dog, take it back. And then hug the knee into the chest, lean forwards, feel the weight of the body in the arms. Drop the left knee down to the ground, tuck the left toes, your right leg lifts. Chaturanga, arms for 3. Let's lower it down, squeeze the elbows in. Hold, and then push it back up. 2 more times, you got this. Bend the elbows, hug it in, and push it back up. Last round, bend the elbows, and push it back up. Beautiful work, guys. Drop your right foot down to the floor, hug your left knee into your chest, pushing away from the ground. Okay, your left knee drops down to the floor, spin the left foot over to the side and reach the right hand to the right hip, right foot lifts. Try to point into the back toes, engage the whole of your right leg. We'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost there, 2, and 1. Nice work. Drop the right foot down to the floor. Push away from the floor through the left hand and lift your left knee off the floor. All right, right hand meets the ground, three-legged dog. Stretch back into the left toes. Lift your gaze, look forward, three-legged plank to chaturanga. To upward facing dog. Downward facing. rolling the hips back, landing here with a full, juicy, connected breath in and sighing it out through the mouth. Begin to lift your heels off the earth, drop your knees down to the ground, come into a tabletop position. All right, now reach your right leg behind you, straightening the leg, and then weave this knee behind your left knee and sink your hips back, coming into Gomukhasana. If this feels a bit too tight, straighten your right leg, the one that's underneath, and then we will lean forward slightly. So whatever variation you're in, start to feel into that opening through your hips. Taking a nice loose breath. You're welcome to sway slightly from left to right. Relaxing the upper body, feeling the heat, the energy that you've created. And then nice and slowly, you're going to lean the weight forwards and come back onto your knees. Untuck the knees, untuck the legs, and reach your left leg behind you. Leg is straight. Weave the left knee behind the right and sink your hips back in cow face Gomukhasana. Deep outer hip stretch. Okay. And if you're looking for something a little bit more, if you're feeling like you have a lot of range within your hips, you can walk the feet almost over to the sides like that and try to really plug your hips into the ground and then lean forwards. You'll really feel it. Yeah? Otherwise, your left leg is straight. If you have quite tight hips, just playing with what you got. Taking a nice relaxed breath. All right, and then on your next in-breath, let's walk the hands back upwards. Uncross your legs and place your right foot in front of your left foot in a cross-legged seat. You can stretch the arms into the sky as you lengthen out of the waist. Take a twist towards your right side. Left hand meets the right knee. Guide the right shoulder back. Getting long and soft through your twist. You can gently unravel the body and change the cross of your legs. Doesn't matter what side you were on, reach the arms up and twist to the other side. Left fingers behind you, pull the left shoulder back and see if you can get the upper back and mid back into the twist. And then on your next out breath, gently unwind and rest your hands on top of your knees as you sit up nice and tall. If you've come this far, I invite you to stay for just around 2 more minutes for a few moments of stillness. So find a comfortable seat, close your eyes, relax the shoulders down and back, soften the face, and start to bring an awareness to your breath. Very simply following the inhale and the exhale, keeping the mouth closed, sensing the rhythm of your breath. And see if you can begin to deepen this breath, breathing into the sides of your waist, feeling your ribcage expand softly out to the sides, at the front and the back of your rib cage. And with each passing breath, can you begin to soften on a muscular level and on a mental level a little bit more. And let's take a nice slow breath together. In through the nose, guiding the breath into the belly. Holding it in for one moment, and then opening the mouth and letting it go. Bringing the hands into the heart. Dropping the awareness into the heart space. I thank you for coming today. Thank you for being here, and thank you for showing up for yourself. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed that practice. Let me know how it went for you in the comment section down below. And if you have not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you're notified every time there's a new practice on here. I post weekly videos, and that will continue. So stay tuned. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. All right, have a beautiful one, guys.